Yeah, I have the screens to say.
Boom.
Yeah, but I need the video part on there too.
Okay. Just making sure we got it. There we go.
And then, yeah. Hey guys, we're getting set up.
That good?
Getting started. That looks good, Grimm.
All
Thank
right.
you. Grimm's tired.
I'm tired. I'm like Louie. Louie, I'm envious.
Yeah, Louie's over there taking a cat nap.
Yeah, nice.
Our crypt kitty,
Braggart.
Louie. Lucky cat. I see Miss Connie and Jennifer Delaney. Hello,
Hi-yo.
cool friends. Hey there. The night owls are starting to creep into the chat.
Ooh, you.
Janet and Grimm, there's a fall wedding going on in October. My brother and his fiance is getting married on October 7th. So excited. That sounds very exciting.
Congratulations, October wedding. Cool.
How cool. That sounds like fun. I love the fall season. Fall is my absolute favorite season. I do like parts of summer, but towards the end the weather gets too hot. I'm not a big fan of it anymore.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's like too much.
I'm a more mild weather monkey.
Yes, we're mild weather creatures.
There were a few days last week where perfect. If I could live in a climate like that, that's like all year round, that'd be great. 364 weather like that would be awesome.
The mild weather.
Yeah. Whew.
Woo.
People are rolling in. Look at that.
More people joining us.
Hey
Hey there, Greg. Hey there, Tom O. Thanks for joining us. Well, we've got different topics we could talk about. It's not going to be as structured as last week. Well, I tried to structure it, talking about black cats and witches and stuff. We could still talk a little witchy, and we're going to talk about like some scary or cool stuff we found recently, and movies we've watched and things like that.
All right, so a little bit of a potpourri, if you will.
Yeah,
of topics.
Just some goings-ons.
Sounds like fun? Question mark.
Albert says, "Wow, quick turnaround tonight, Janet and Grimm." Hey, Albert. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes we take like a 5-minute break. We were able to just jump right into YouTube this time around.
Yep.
All right, guys, so I'm Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm Grimm Gorri, the Monkey.
And together we host
the Mummy and the Monkeys.
The Mummy and the Monkeys, Hairy Scary
Hangover
here on YouTube. Yeah. But previously we were on our Facebook fan page, hosting the Mummy and the Monkeys Hairy Scary Hangout.
Correctamundo.
We host movies that we believe to be in the public domain, movies that are, public domain, independent films if we get permission from the filmmakers. And then we play comedy skits and do prize giveaways, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we just hang out. Basically, we hang out.
If you're watching, the replay of this, you can watch videos on Facebook Live. You can also watch us on Public Media Network when we're live. Through Apple TV, Roku, and Fire Stick. And then we do replay our past shows every night at midnight. So you can watch the reruns at midnight on PMN, Public Media Network.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get on with the Hangover tonight. We showed tonight's movie. Tonight's movie on the Hangout was The Devil's Messenger.
Yes, The Devil's Messenger, and it had Lon Chaney Jr. in it. And it was an anthology of 3 short stories, but they were actually
TV show.
They were actually episodes from a Swedish television show called 13 Demon Street. And it was pretty decent.
The worst 3. I hope that the rest of that series was better than the 3 movies. Was that the best that they picked out to show on this? I don't know.
Maybe there were better episodes they could have picked.
Anthology out of. I don't know. I don't care. I like it because we could show it. See, you learn how to make lemonade out of lemons or whatever they say.
Because The Devil's Messenger never had a U.S. release.
Right.
Or 13 Demon Street never had a U.S. release, but The Devil's Messenger was released in the States. All right, let's see. Okay, so we were talking about how we were looking forward to Halloween. In some of our YouTube videos, we were looking for Halloween stuff. And here's some cool Halloween things that we found at our local Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree doesn't endorse us in any way.
No way, Jose.
We just, like to shop there sometimes.
We do.
Oh, 80s horror fan. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Thank you.
I loved your video when you fought off that crazy lady trying to take your jewelry. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that happens a lot. When we're especially with jewelry, I noticed with the small shiny things when we go to like different sales like that, people get really grabby and they'll like hover over you and try to reach over you. And sometimes I'll take the whole tote and just, like I'm looking through this box, get away from me. To try to like get them to not do that so much. But yeah, so here's some cool things that I picked up. So look at this cute sign. This is adorable. I'll have to hold it up to the camera so you guys can see it. But I was surprised, like, look how cute that is for only $1.
It's adorbs.
It's adorbs. So
adorbs.
It's got a skull, a jack-o'-lantern, and then, one of our black cats on there. Very, very cute. And you can hang it, like, on any door, on the wall. So, yeah, I like that guy. Oh, and then this one's really cool because I think we could use it for a prop. Maybe for Madame Manos.
Yeah,
so it's a sign that says fortune teller, and if you look, it has like the palm on there.
That's pretty crafty for Dollar Tree. That was made for Dollar Tree too. It wasn't a closeout or anything.
Yeah, I mean for Dollar Tree, that actually looks really neat,
They're
right?
Crafty. They're actually expanded. Over the past, like I'd say, almost close to 20 years now, they've been having a lot of product made especially for them. Like they source it, and that's probably just a generic sign, but they have it actually sourced. It could be designed for Dollar Tree for all I know. They do have headquarters in Virginia Beach, so
they do.
And I think they had some design stuff going on in house there, so good for them.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. Let's check out some of the comments.
51 days till Halloween, says Tomo. Yeah.
Ooh.
The countdown continues.
People are counting down.
Speaking of that, when I was out and about, this is almost turning into Living the Scream.
It is.
I found this really, it's not really actually retro, even though somebody wrote vintage $1.50 on it.
It does look vintage, though.
I haven't seen this out anywhere.
Can I see?
Yeah, it could be. It says made in China on the back, but they've been making stuff.
That might be like, 80s or 90s.
Yeah, it's cool, though.
I think that's maybe like 80s.
I almost left it, but I was like, yeah, I have not seen that out and about, so it's kind of interesting looking. And then we went to one of our local, what do you call ours again? Like, what would that be?
Marks.
It's like a
closeout store.
But
like
they also
Ollie's.
have grocery and everything.
But they also have a grocery store.
And the groceries aren't closed out. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, the groceries are gross. They're actually okay.
They had some Halloween stuff off the hook. I bought on our Living the Scream podcast. We show way more of it, but here's a mask I picked up for like, what was it, $4?
Mm-hmm.
Still got the tag on. It's like this crazy snowman monster.
He's cool.
Frosty the Snowman.
Creepy cool.
That's crazy, right? $4. Insane.
And then you bought a Blu-ray last week, and then we actually sat and watched it.
Oh yes.
So we need to watch more Halloween and scary movies, and I know you're always on the lookout for weird independent films.
Always.
Which is great because we love a lot of indie filmmakers, a lot of those like straight to video, the low budget, shoestring budget kind of movies.
Yeah, they're hungrier. They have more. Sometimes the stories are a little bit different and they're not as cookie cutter as Hollywood gets. But go ahead.
Yeah, they're like a little more creative and So this one is called Call Girl of Cthulhu. Call Girl of Cthulhu, and this is a Blu-ray, and it was put out by Camp Motion Pictures. That's the indie group. I think it's the same ones that did WNUF.
Yes, the Halloween special.
Yeah. So this is interesting for you Cthulhu fans. I'm going to read the back of it. From the makers of WNUF Halloween Special comes the goriest, most hilarious H.P. Lovecraft tribute to ever splatter the screen.
Ooh.
Carter Wilcox David Philip Carollo is a struggling artist who's been saving himself for someone special. When he meets the enchanting escort Riley Melissa O'Brien, he believes he's found the one. Unfortunately, she's also someone special.
Ooh.
To an ancient cult that believes she is the chosen bride of its alien god, Cthulhu.
Yikes.
Forced to mate with the tentacle deity, Riley becomes a vessel for the spawn that will destroy mankind. Whoa.
Craziness.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting film. Some scenes we can't talk about in detail because we're here on YouTube.
Yes, it's a family show.
But the effects, for being low budget, they look really cool.
Yes, you really enjoyed it.
I really did. I thought it was, even though I'm not a big like Lovecraft fan, and I thought like the character development was good. I liked that the hero is this kind of nerdy, like scrawny looking dude, and he somehow saved the day. I do like that it had kind of a happy ending. He kind of saved people,
Now the way I discovered this film is it stars someone from a movie that you didn't really care for, but it's another independent movie called Greyhaven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
There's a girl in that, an actress named Nicolette LaFay.
Okay.
And so I just searched to see what other movies she might be in because I like that movie because it is a bad movie, but it's one of those Plan 9 type of things for me anyway. And it's like the way they did it is so kind of like goofy and I don't know. But the pacing is where I can sit there and watch it over and over again and not feel like I'm bored halfway through or quarter way through. Something about Greyhaven that I like. I think they call it the Greyhaven Murders or something, but it's a really, really obscure low budget movie.
So an actress from Greyhaven was also in
this
Call
one.
Girl of the Cthulhu.
Yeah, but this one when you search it, it's like it comes up like you can't get a copy under $24.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy the original release, it's like way more than that. So they released this Blu-ray DVD combo. I just bit the bullet and bought it just to see if it was any because it got a lot of good reviews too.
Yeah, like I was really surprised because sometimes I'm a little more critical of some movies than Grimm. So when I saw it...
Sometimes.
Well, a lot of times. But I did enjoy it. I really did. And I was like, wow, this is like pretty good for an indie movie. And I like that. Well, it's not all doom and gloom. Even though it's a Cthulhu movie, there are some redeeming parts to it. Like there's some people that do survive in it.
Now, another thing that what's the name of the movie that you enjoy as an indie movie? It was like Slaughterhouse, Schoolgirl. That one, remember? It was another indie. It might have been by...
Slumber? No.
Slumber Party Massacre.
Was it Slumber Party Massacre?
No, that's an older movie.
That's a different one.
You have to dig this one up. There's another one that you really like.
Sorority...
Sorority Row Massacre.
Sorority Row Massacre. I think that was a Henrique movie.
Might have been a Kuto movie, yeah. Kuto.
Yeah, that one was really good.
It was actually not that surprisingly good because he does make good movies, but again, you hear a title like Sorority Row Massacre. Here we go with the sleeping bags and panty murder thing, whatever. It wasn't that. It was good. It was
it had a twist to it, and it was really good.
Yeah, it was a very, very and that it gave you something different.
And it had like some girl power moments, where they were fighting back. They weren't all like, defenseless. Oh no, the killer's gonna get me. No, they were fighting back, and I think that's what I liked about that movie. So that was another good one.
That Jason Statham. Dwayne Johnson movie that they put together had some girl power moments in it too. Anyway, all
right, let's check out some of the comments. All of the movie they're talking about. Oh wait. Oh, okay.
They said a bad thing.
All of the movie they're talking about right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's
Maybe someone asked him something.
if there's anything out there that's especially independent that you recommend that we check out or the audience check out, please add it in the comments.
Yes.
Because we can check back and because I love. There's nothing I like more than to digging up obscure or independent. Even they could be even newer movies.
Yes, and the movie I just talked about, Call Girl of the Cthulhu. It's a good movie, but it's definitely not for kids to watch.
Right.
It's more of an adult.
More adult.
Has adult themes in it. I'll say that.
Yeah, unlike Headless, which is a totally kid-friendly movie. Family movie.
Most of the independent horror films are definitely not for kiddos.
Hands down, though, and I did watch it recently, and I had the same reaction after watching it. The second time only was the movie Found.
Oh, that movie is so creepy, gross.
That you forget how bad, not how bad, how disturbing it is until you watch it, and you're like,
when you watch that movie, it sticks with you for days.
I lent that movie to a fellow horror fan one time, and they gave it back to me with a look on their face I'll never forget. Like, take it, get this away from me. They
that bad, huh? It messed with them.
Yes.
It's a good movie.
It's good.
It's one of those that is so messed up. You're like, it just sticks with you. You're like, this is. Ugh,
almost like I can compare it to a Hollywood movie. It came out many years ago, but Seven. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, it's similar to Seven a little bit, and Seven's a gross movie.
Yeah, and not the content as much as the fact,
story,
what it does to you, and the things that happens.
Yeah, because
you're like, I can't believe they did that. Yeah, it's really. But
and then the spin-off from Found is Headless,
which I was referencing to earlier. Yeah.
Yes, and Headless I didn't like.
That was
like too over the top.
To be right.
It was too gross just for the sake of being gross. Yeah. It didn't even have much of a story.
Repeatedly, I mean,
it was like a lot of the same things repeated.
You see this one sort of technique this killer has, and you don't need to see it 4 or 5 times.
No,
we get it. We get what he's doing, and we get what he does. What he does with what he does.
Yes.
Don't need to see it multiple times.
No, it's okay, I already saw that scene. Why are you doing that again?
Is gratuitous not strong enough of a word term yet?
It's just some movies I think are just gross just to be gross, and that was one of them, in my opinion.
And Found, the killer in that movie was inspired by a VHS tape named Headless that he would watch over and over again.
Yes.
And they would show clips of it, but then they decided, like Machete, like the movie Machete was made based on those fake trailers that they put in that double feature that Rodriguez and Tarantino put out.
Yes.
And then someone said, "Why don't you make a Machete movie?" And they did. So it wasn't intended to, but anyway, just if you hear about those movies, just watch Found. You can skip Headless unless you're into that type of thing.
Yeah, we have some friends that are like, dude, that movie's so cool. And I'm just like, dude.
Well, we went and saw
I don't like that movie.
We were at a Horror Hound, I believe it was, when they were screening Headless.
Yeah.
And people were walking out.
I walked out.
We did.
I walked out after a while. I'm like, what am I watching here?
Yeah. And but on the flip side, what I will say is kudos to the filmmakers for completing a project. That's the hardest thing in any industry.
It's so difficult to actually get a video project out. Even just doing a YouTube video can sometimes be a lot to put together.
We're not slamming Headless. We're saying that if it depends what kind of stomach you got. It's
these
like
these are just our opinions.
It's like,
and everyone has their own opinion on movies.
Yeah, it's like food.
Okay.
Like if you have an iron stomach, hey, go to Golden Corral all you want. But I don't have one of those, so I'm going to just stick with other things that aren't that caustic.
All right, let's get to comments. Yeah. Janet, could you do that accent again?
What accent?
What accent?
You do accents?
Oh, like, dude, you need to see that movie.
Dude. No way. Are you going to be in the new Matrix movie?
It's me trying to mimic a friend.
But are you? You could be Keanu Reeves. The female Keanu Reeves. You could be in the new Matrix movie.
Dude, I'm in the Matrix movie.
Whoa,
dude.
Whoa. I don't even have any desire to see that movie.
Not really. I'm not a big Matrix
Everyone's
fan.
like S-ing their pants with these new trailers coming out.
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch one.
Will says, not a recent film at all, but I saw an indie post-apocalyptic science fiction fantasy film about a sword wielding guitarist called Six String Samurai that I liked a
See?
lot. Ooh, now that sounds like a fun indie
That's
movie.
what I'm talking about. So we have to
I
write
like
that down.
the creativity with that.
Write it down,
Six
Decay.
String what?
Samurai.
Six String Samurai.
Does he ever fight? What's that one cop? The trauma cop. Was it samurai? Not samurai cop. Kabuki cop.
Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Yeah.
NYPD.
He should fight him.
Troll 2. Oh gosh, Troll 2 is bad.
Oh please, that's a class. I mean, you can't get worse than that.
Have you seen Ghost Watch on BBC Movie? No, we have not.
Keep
Ghost
that,
Watch?
Keep that
Yeah,
handy.
I'm just writing stuff down now for that.
We love it. No, we will definitely check it out.
I've not seen that.
We know Tubi is chock full of stuff. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tubi has a lot of movies. Oh, Miss Connie Cleary, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. That's really sweet.
You know, we were just reminiscing about Connie Cleary the other day.
Yeah.
We for one of our friend Bob's birthday, which was the other day, was yesterday. We bought him a bottle of that Crystal Skull vodka.
And it's an actual skull bottle. It's really cool.
It's a crystal skull shaped bottle.
Dude, it's such a cool looking bottle.
And that reminded us of the kind gift that Connie Cleary and her mother brought to us at an appearance we had. Was it at
it was at Ghoulardi Fest, I thought.
No. It was when he did that. Remember, it was like at the.
No, it was Ghoulardi Fest.
No,
No.
Well, did they?
I
give
thought
us
it was
crystal skulls there?
I thought it was during Ghoulardi Fest.
Maybe
it was.
They brought us multiple, but anyway, they were responsible for giving us these really cool shot glasses that we still have. And
we still use them.
They're little skull shaped. Now we have to buy some Crystal Skull vodka to use it. But I got other stuff that we can use.
Let's see.
But thank you, Connie and Mommy.
It's here on YouTube. Actually, put up the real rights. Put up by the real rights holders.
Oh yeah, what movie? Six String.
Six String Samurai.
Okay, we'll check it out.
My all-time movie for Halloween night is The Midnight Hour. It's a TV movie from 1985. Ooh, The Midnight Hour.
Yes.
I think that's one I was maybe looking at once before. That sounds familiar. I think I was looking it up online once to see if maybe we could play that.
I think this is an an open lines topic. So
open.
I like it.
Chat, I guess.
It's kind of on the indie movie, obscure horror movie.
Yeah, oh, and speaking of that, okay, so if you guys out there know any independent filmmakers, if you're friends with any filmmakers out there...
Tell them to stop making them their horror.
If you yourself are an independent filmmaker...
Please stop making...
No, we're just kidding. We're interested in hearing from you because we would love to show more independent films. Now, some stuff we may have to chop out for Facebook or YouTube or whatever because of, their guidelines. But, we want to work with you on it and feature some indie artists.
And in all fairness, we've dealt with indie filmmakers in the past who were okay with that. Yes. And some that were like, no, it's got to be true to my vision. And we respect everything. So, if we can't work something out, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
John looks like he was listing off some movie titles. So I'm going to click show on that. So there we go.
The names are kind of...
some of the names are weird, so it said held for review. I think he was listing off some movie titles.
That's okay.
So I think that comment is fine. You're good, John.
Thank you. Yes, wow. And we still have stacks of stuff on DVD, and we'll probably buy more stuff these next couple conventions, knowing me.
Well, and some of our friends are doing, they're watching a horror movie every day up until Halloween. And we're about 50 days out now?
Yes.
And they started at 60 days.
Yeah, I feel, man, I got to do that. I was going to start in October, but, some people are counting down Wasteland by doing that. It's like, wow, hardcore.
Yeah.
Love it.
So.
Inspiring.
It is. And so we do have some events coming up, speaking of that. So Cinema Wasteland is October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Strongsville, Ohio.
October.
You can get all the information on cinemawasteland.com. We are encouraging the fans to wear a mask or at least consider wearing one if it gets too crowded indoors. We will be wearing them. But we can still hang out and say hi to everybody. And
I'm not going to wear a mask. Ever. Wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute. Grim.
Don't we all wear masks in a way, man? I mean, are you really who you, show yourself to be? Or are you wearing a mask, man? It's existential, bro.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
And then, so October 12th, Tuesday, October 12th, this is a virtual event, so anyone can attend, and you have to sign up through the library's website, though, the North Royalton Public Library, North Royalton, Ohio. So for the locals, you can sign up for this. And the topic it's a discussion that we're hosting, and the topic is our top 10 Halloween movies to get you into the Halloween spirit, in the Halloween mood, to have the Halloween feels. And yeah, we're calling it the Mummy and the Monkey's Halloween Flick Picks. And what's cool is the library will have the movies that we talk about in stock so you could borrow them. So, I mean, our tax dollars go to the libraries. We might as well take advantage of it, right? You can get some movies from them.
I'm not sure, but there might be a way you can stream some of that content too off their website. So I know some libraries are doing that. So I'm just saying I don't know, but
you'll have to
look into that.
Ask the library for details.
We will figure that out, and we'll have all that information prior to our big Halloween flick picks.
Halloween flick.
Let me get that right.
Don't say that too fast.
I'm going to send you some flick picks.
Our Halloween flicks. Top 10 Halloween
very
flicks.
Careful. That's a whole different audience if we do Halloween picks. That would be weird. Look, this one looks like a witch. This one's painted like a scarecrow.
Oh, jeez.
That's a different... Wow, we might be onto something there.
Anyways. Some other cool stuff that Grimm found.
Me?
Yeah, so this book claims it has the world's most haunted places from the secret files of ghostvillage.com. So that's a book that you found at a yard sale.
It is. I found two ghost-related books. That's always looking for like spooky stuff, you know.
So let's pick some places out of here.
Let me read some comments real quick.
Okay, go for it.
James Muscarella is like very adamant about proselytizing about Halloween products. He says the pumpkin spice Twinkies are out. That is true, and he's enjoying his Monster Mash cereal he bought. It is good. Good.
Awesome.
You're right, James. That's right.
Right on, James.
Late Horror Show into his.
Hey, Dino, Late Horror Show. What's he saying?
Well,
I'm going through the entire Universal movie collection leading up to Halloween.
He's plowing through the whole
staples
of Universal. Sounds like he's like probably Mole Men, all that kind of weird Mole Men stuff like that too, right? I mean, they count.
It's technically
This
Universal.
Island Earth.
Yeah, it's technically Universal, right? So it should count for something.
You've got quite a catalog there. Okay.
All right, let's see. What's the top haunted place here? The Rhode Island Vampire.
Oh.
Chestnut Hill Cemetery in Rhode Island. I guess there was a vampire there.
And Todd Youngman.
And where else?
He's a comedian, not a vampire. Sorry.
Thornwood Castle. Where's that one? Lakewood, Washington. So it's Washington State.
Oh,
but yeah, these are haunted places all over the United States. That's a neat book.
I was hoping they had like one of those like local Cleveland haunted. We have some of those books.
Yeah, the Cleveland ones I like. We know most of the haunted places around here.
Yeah, we gotta dig up the interview you did with the author of one of those books. That was good.
Yeah, we do have that somewhere in our archives.
Yeah, I gotta dig for more interviews that we've done.
And then this other one is Real Hauntings: True American Ghost Stories by Hans Holzer.
Hans Holzer.
And yeah, it's more ghost stories.
I thought that would be fun to have to read, you know.
Maybe we could read one for YouTube or for a podcast or something.
Speaking of that, did you see that LeVar Burton recently was on his Instagram or something?
Yeah.
And he wanted to he was looking into doing like he wanted to do readings, you know, from stories.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Like a live thing, but the issue is obviously with copyright.
Copyrights. So yeah, maybe we can't do that.
No, but Neil Gaiman posted on LeVar Burton's, you know, Neil Gaiman, the guy that created Sandman and all kinds of stuff. He said, LeVar, you have my blanket permission to use anything you want from my catalog.
That's amazing.
Wow. And that would be perfect.
To hear LeVar Burton read that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I like him.
Neil Gaiman has written all kind of stuff. So, you know, if he has blanket,
To read all that?
permission to use anything he wants. I mean, all he has to do is go in the gaming catalog and find cool stuff to read. And he might be able to find some kind of creepy stuff to read or spooky stuff to read during October. So
that would be perfect.
Yeah, LeVar Burton still wants to do a live readings, like live streaming readings.
Well, he was all about reading rainbows. So yeah, I mean, sure. reading stories, reading books. It's great.
But okay.
All right. Let's see. What are the comments?
I don't know.
Franklin Castle says Late Horror Show. Yes, we actually here's a cool story. So when we had the Thrift Crypt, the brick and mortar store. A gentleman who was living there and renting out a room there.
Whom you've interviewed, I believe.
Yeah, we actually interviewed him. He's an author, and he wrote a book called Lost Cleveland. Was that the one?
No.
Or was it Haunted Cleveland?
I think it was Haunted Cleveland, yeah.
It was about like hidden burial grounds, like different places where people were buried, where they built like they had like parking lots and stuff.
I don't know why one of my old addresses was in there. I don't know why they had that in there. I have no clue. Bodies, what?
But yeah, he was renting out. So I guess there's a record shop or a record studio on the first floor of it.
Yes,
It's been completely renovated. A couple bought it and renovated the whole place. It's been all redone. It looks beautiful from the outside, new windows and everything. And they were renting out parts of it. I think so. I think they live in part of the house and then they rent out other parts of it because it's such a big house.
Will Christman says Hans Holzer was a big name in paranormal research. Ooh, I got a good score.
So you found a good book.
I didn't even know. Go ahead.
But yeah, the gentleman who said he was renting a room there or renting a little studio apartment there, he said it is haunted. He has heard things. He has seen things.
Matter of fact, one of the ghosts crop dusted him one night.
So gross.
He was laying in the bed and he felt like a cool breeze and then smelled like old dead broccoli.
But then he remembered it was too much Taco Bell the night before.
It might have been, the Taco Bell talking, right?
Yeah. No, for real though, he said that he has seen and heard things, that Franklin Castle is haunted. And a long time ago, I used to work with a lady who lived behind Franklin Castle. She lived on the next street over, but like could see the castle from her backyard. And she said that she would see weird things in the windows.
Right.
And like driving by or walking by, she would always get a creepy vibe from the building. So yeah, there's definitely something strange about that place. It's very cool that it's been restored and that, it's not deserted like it used to be.
That's interesting because I get a creepy vibe when I walk by the DMV.
Yeah, that's really creepy.
So scary when I go, oh, don't want to go in there.
Let's see. Hello, Richard.
What's Albert saying?
Where is his? Been a guest of the owner a few times. They're doing a beautiful job. Oh, cool, Albert. I've been on 3 of the floors in the Franklin Castle, including the basement, and I didn't get any bad vibes. I mean, there's a vibe, but I didn't get any negative vibes. Oh, well, that's good. So you didn't experience anything too creepy.
I've gotten several bad vibes from adult bookstores, but they were nice enough to let me return them, so... What?
Late Horror Show says, how about the Cleveland Underground Transit System? They open up about once a year for tours. Very cool. Yeah, isn't that when they... I read about that recently in when I was looking up haunted places online.
Right.
It used to be for the streetcars.
Yes.
It was to store like equipment and extra streetcars and pieces and parts. No, but they only open it like during certain times of the year where you could take a tour.
I have.
You went down there?
Yes.
What was it like?
I'm known for going down there. No, I went there once. They had Ingenuity Fest in part of that.
Really?
Year. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I've got some photographs somewhere of it. It was really cool.
Nice.
It was the part that's under a bridge. It's in the flats area. You know when you go down to West Side Market, there's those big old bank buildings kind of cat-a-corner?
Yeah.
To if West Side Market and downtown are this way, right, that big intersection where there's like Lorraine.
And then there's like a little park, like a little...
Yeah, before that, right underneath that, there's a fancy restaurant there now. But it's a big old, right underneath there is a railway system. It's all underneath there, and it goes to the flats. And it's all, it looks really cool. It's got some of the old dead cars sitting in there. A lot of rubble. It's
we're
really
gonna have to go. Well, I've never been, so you're gonna have to take me
It
out
was many moons ago.
next time they have tours.
For sure, yeah, it's really cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it's really spooky and cool.
I think your mummy crypt just opened a bit. Weird. It opened and then closed.
Ooh,
did it?
Sarcophagus has a mind of its own.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
We have to watch the playback. That's kind of creepy.
That's creepy if it did move. Something's hearing us.
I'm always feisty. What are you talking about? I got my 25th wind. I'm good.
Do you believe in ghosts, says Jennifer Delaney?
Good question.
That's a good question. You know, I think it's possible. I think it's very possible because there have been things I've experienced in the past, a handful of incidences where I think, yeah, you know, there could be something there. So I'm open to, you know, thinking that ghosts could be real.
I'm open to the fact too, or to that possibility. I've never seen one myself. I've heard many stories, which you know, there's a lot of things we don't know still, and we may never know for many years, or we might know.
There's a lot of things that are still unexplained.
Right. So to assume that everything is known is a foolish thing, obviously.
Yeah. We can't claim we know everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I always cite that. Not to get too weird here, but I always cite that example about trees. I mean, for many years, all humans thought trees were good for shade, wood, shelter, and fruit, and things like that. When did we figure out that they put oxygen back into the air? Not till relatively recently.
Yeah.
So my question is, what else do we not know about trees that we might learn a second from now or another 100 years from now, but apply that same dynamic to everything else that you think you know? Yeah. So there you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you think you know everything,
we don't
and then
know everything.
you learn something. You learn something new every day.
Nothing can be all. Nothing can be all known. So So hold out the possibility for anything. You know.
Will says Cincinnati has the remnants of an underground transit system that was never finished also.
Crazy.
Sometimes they would build those, so they would have, back in the day before cars were, like, before everyone had a car, they had streetcars. And
public transportation.
Public transportation. They had, a lot of cities had better public transportation. They still have that. In like Europe and Asia.
It's big over there.
In the UK, they're all about like taking the train, taking a bus.
Yeah, less car driving.
Yeah, and not everyone owns a car, you know, especially if you're in a big city, you could just take the train everywhere. And that's how big cities used to be, you know, in the States. You would take the streetcar to go shopping or go take the bus or a train or whatever. Now it's like, hey, everyone's got a car, just take your car downtown.
So if you have a 2 or 3 car family, a family car place, all three of you leave in 3 different cars to go to the same place. It's like overkill.
Yeah.
But it's the American way. Yeah, so, but you know, yeah, I don't know why it evolved into that, but streetcars were a huge way for everyone to get around.
There was even a movie called A Streetcar Named Desire.
But I think that's because a lot of people couldn't afford cars too back in the day. Mm-hmm. You know, it was an expensive luxury.
Yes,
it was a lot cheaper to take a streetcar, but it actually was a whole ritual. Like as far as you know, our mothers, you know, or people that we know, that people at one time, I will say, used to, when you went downtown now, it was a whole big event.
Yes, but those underground, what my point was, those underground tunnels were used for the streetcars to store pieces and parts, extra cars, equipment, things like that. They would use these little underground tunnels in the cities to like store things that they needed, you know, for the streetcars or for maintaining the roads.
Bodies, yeah.
Bodies.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding. Okay, well, that's not, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I do not know shrimp.
If I did, I would not have.
Yeah, that comment's okay.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant, but all right.
Well, because we were saying that, you know, we don't know everything.
We don't. I mean,
we don't.
Well, but that's for me to give the open, that if the ghosts or you or anything that we haven't proven, like you can prove that, you know, that this computer's here or whatever, you know, over and over again. But maybe one day we will. Maybe ghosts will be like, we'll have them for dinner guests. Who knows? Oh, the ghosts are coming over for dinner.
Well, some people think that you do. When it's like Day of the Dead, What's the other
But
one?
still, you say they think they do. They don't know.
Well,
Two different
they
things.
believe they do.
Right.
When they, will leave. There's some cultures that will leave food out for their dead relatives.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Multiple ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways, Richard says my house is haunted by my cat named Trouble. When you least expect it, she will jump out and claw your ankles. Scares me every time. Oh my goodness.
The one common pet haunting I've heard, my mom, Mama Monkey, it was said the same. I've heard many people say that when they lose like a pet, cat or dog, that they're like early on, like they would be visited. They could feel like the weight or the depression on maybe the bed. Then when they would lay next to them, they'll feel that, sort of unexpectedly. That's kind of.
One of my cats I had a long time ago, Buster. After he was
Named him after Buster Rhymes.
No.
Yes.
Just
okay.
He came with the name Buster. He was a rescue.
Okay, sorry.
After he passed.
Gas.
After he passed, I did feel it felt like his tail was rubbing on my leg when I was walking down like my hallway. And they happened a couple times like after he passed. So it was weird. Because he would do that. He would follow you around the hallway and his tail would rub on your legs. It was like, Buster? Oh, Buster's gone. Like, what's that? Oh.
Huh.
It was just strange.
You hope that's his tail. Anyway.
Grim. Okay, what else do we have with comments? I've never seen a UFO, but I know people who aren't nuts who have. A lot of people have seen UFOs. I think that's more common than.
But see that term is misleading because it could
all it means is unidentified flying object.
Doesn't mean it's from another planet.
That doesn't mean it's necessarily like an alien visitor.
No, it could be an object you've never seen before.
Yeah, I mean it might be like a drone or something.
Your best insight on that kind of stuff is there's actual audio, and you have to do your research of pilots if you hear a pilot commenting, like a jet fighter pilot or whoever these some of these guys that are flying, zooming around there, not just a commercial airliner.
Right.
When they're saying we see this bogey and we don't know what it is, that's interesting because I've heard some of this audio and I'm pretty sure it's legit. And all you can do is research it if you care. But it's crazy because they're like, I don't know how it just did that. Like, these guys are flying crazy jets.
Yeah, when you see those videos and you hear them surprised,
that's interesting.
That's a little.
That gets my.
That's interesting because if they're caught off guard, it's like, what the heck is that?
If they can't explain what they're seeing out of their window,
right?
If they're tracking this thing and it disappears or something weird like that, that's something to think about. Not some guy living in the middle of nowhere saying he saw a UFO. What's that? But he might have.
Let's see.
There's been real late nights.
Truth is out there, says Albert.
There's been some real late nights, if you know what I mean, for me, when I wind up at the kitchen and I wake up in the morning and there's an identified frying object in my pan. I don't know what that is. I'm so hungry, but it's all burnt up and I don't know what I was trying to cook. But yeah. So anyway, different things.
All right, what else was I going to talk about here? Oh, so we talked about like witches and black cats a little bit last week. We did get a little bit of video, and it's on the end of the Archwood Street Sale video of the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft and Magic. And we're going to film a little more there for our Halloween special. But if you guys like witchy stuff, and if you're ever in the Cleveland area, it's only like $5 or $10 to go. The Buckland Witch Museum, and Steve and Jillian do a great job running everything. And then who's the nice girl that works in the gift shop part? I'm trying to remember.
I forget. I remember her. Was she like Cute Witch 772 or something like that?
Yeah, she's a YouTuber. She does witchy videos. We have to acquaint ourselves better with the staff there. But they have a demon in a box. They have an actual demon in a box.
I've dated it.
That's what they told us, and that's what we saw.
Yes.
It's like locked away.
Well, the first episode we ever, that we actually broadcast from there, one of our Halloween specials several years ago, we were right. That thing was right behind us the whole show.
Yeah, we hosted a show with a demon in a box behind us.
Ooh.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah, you can dig that one up in the archive on the Facebook archive.
That was a really old episode.
Yeah, you should check out Buckland. It's really interesting. Geraldo Rivera's been there.
Yeah, Geraldo visited and he got really freaked out, I heard.
A lot of people. Actually, when we were there, we saw cars, from out of town pulling in. A lot of people come from all over to check it out, so it's a legit place.
Yeah, from all over.
And it's gotten really, they have way more stuff in there. They even opened up another little room.
They even have like an art gallery in there now.
A super cool art gallery. You gotta check that out.
Really cool.
A nice little bookshop, a little gift shop right in the front there.
Mm-hmm. And they have like incense and crystals.
Oh, books, you name it, they got it.
Yeah, it's just so fun.
And I thought it was cool because some of the patrons there, when they would leave, I forget what they said, but it's like that witch lingo.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is that? I've never heard that. So it's like, have a blessed day.
It's kind of like have a blessed day.
Yeah, blessed be.
When you hear people say that.
Wasn't that a Paul McCartney or a Beatles song? Blessed be, blessed be.
No.
Blessed be, blessed
okay, Grimm.
be.
Copyrights.
Not
Don't
from that.
sing that. I want to go there, says Connie.
Visit Buckland's gift shop. Blessed be.
I hear something crying in the background, says Albert. My chair is squeaking, and then the cats walk around
I have
crying.
to pee real bad. Maybe it's my bladder.
Maybe it's your bladder crying. Yeah, when I sit back a little bit, the chair squeaks.
It's crying.
These are really old chairs, and they have like the claw feet and everything, and yeah, they're kind of squeaky.
That's the cool thing about, and a lot of our superstition and a lot of our beliefs and stuff comes from stuff like that. Because when people, like right now, so they're hearing crying, but meanwhile it's just a squeaking chair.
Yeah.
But when you're in that mind zone,
But when your mind can, your mind plays tricks on you.
It's so fertile and wants to make sense out of things, out of what it can't make sense out of right away. But
right,
in this case, it's just a squeaky chair.
It's just a squeaky chair.
Or is it?
Yeah, when I move around, it'll squeak.
I think he's actually referring to the new mini monster that came on.
Oh, maybe.
But we put them down, even though they're already, not with us anymore. But
like the Variety Theater on Lorraine Avenue is haunted, says Bobby Harvey. That theater, I hope they. So that's an interesting movie theater. So it's in. It's on Lorraine Avenue, and they've been trying to renovate it. And
the outside looks great.
The outside looks beautiful. They put in all new lights, a new marquee.
All new cockroaches inside. Just kidding.
So the outside of the building looks really cool, and then there's storefronts next to it. And
all new urine in the bathroom floors.
Grimm.
I'm just joking.
And then the inside needs work still. But the building.
I don't know. Have you been inside?
I've peeked in the windows and stuff. It still needs work. But what was I even gonna say now?
About the
building's really old. I think they opened that in 1930. But yeah, people have said it was haunted. I've never been to the Variety Theater. It was a movie theater for a long time, and then the movie theater, they stopped running movies, and they would have like punk bands in there, different rock bands. And then I think they closed in the 80s or 90s.
Well, Will Christmas said he sent a super chat but doesn't see it.
Oh, I don't see it either.
Huh.
Maybe it didn't go through.
Maybe it went to the Mummy and the Donkey. That's a different show. Well, it's out of Mexico. Anyways.
Maybe he sent it with Monopoly money or something.
No, he said,
I'm just kidding.
James Wimmer sent one. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
They're talking. Okay, so Blessed Be is a Wiccan thing, not a witch thing. Well,
Well,
to some people, it's the same thing. I don't think they
Wiccan or pagan,
right?
or yeah.
But it's called the Buckland Witch Museum, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they are Wiccan, definitely Wiccan inside there.
And it's wicked cool. Grimm's new edition could be a baby mini monster Beetlejuice.
Why is it my new edition?
They're all assuming it's your.
I told you I'm willing to go on Maury Povich and taking that paternity test.
No, it was Magda's baby.
23andMe. Hey, I don't know that.
You never hooked up with her.
We're gonna go on Gorri Povich.
If you missed the Hairy Scary Hangover,
where's that thing?
Then you'll have no idea what we're talking about.
No, people are asking about it. You'll have to tune into that.
Yeah, you'll have to tune into that.
That's a hangout exclusive.
Yeah, it's an exclusive to that.
But yeah, we have a new addition to the Monster Kids.
And let's do a little promo for. Can you pull up like the Teespring?
I could.
Yeah, let's pull up that. So All right, let's
That might not be what pops up.
shameless self-promotion here.
Let's go to it and see what pops up. Wait a minute. Keep talking.
Let's see.
Stills. Boom.
There we go.
Hey.
So there's our podcast, Living the Scream.
Speaking of YouTube,
and that's on our YouTube channel. We have a separate playlist for it here on the Mummy and the Monkeys YouTube channel. If you like hearing about behind-the-scenes stuff, you can catch it. We try to do it every week for Living the Scream, but sometimes it's like every 2 weeks. But we did host one just the other day. Teespring?
I'm working on it. Where did it go?
There's Teespring. And we have a Teespring store, so we have t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, and so much more. We've got pillows on there, all kinds of cool things. There's comfort t-shirts, ladies fitted t-shirts. There's even kid-sized shirts, even the zip-up hoodies. And the link to the Teespring store is in the video description below, and it's on the screen there. We even have a link to our eBay stores in the video description and our website and social media, so you guys can check out all that on there.
Sure enough, can. This is cycling through. It's almost over. I'll get us back to the...
I guess I was talking too fast for the graphics.
You're okay. You're supposed to watch it and go with it, but that's okay. Yeah, anyway, so there's some of the stuff we have for sale at our Teespring account, so yeah.
And Greg says, got my t-shirt last week. Thank you, Greg. It does help support our YouTube channel. It does help support our videos. And it goes into the cost of producing all of this and putting things together. So, yeah, thank you guys. If you've ordered stuff from us in the past, thank you so much. It does help.
Yes, we can buy bread for our sandwiches now.
Yeah, finally.
Instead of just having a piece of cheese.
Finally.
We can have an actual cheese sandwich now.
Now, what else was I going to say there?
Wow, James Wimmer. Hey, you know what? You might want to check your account. Wants his password from 12 years ago? Uh-oh. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't know.
Take care of your business, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, but yeah, if someone's messing with you, don't...
handle that, yeah. All right, but if you don't... So, the super chats aren't required, but they are appreciated. It's like tipping your bartender, tipping your waitress or something, your DJ. Or if you cannot do a super chat, you can give the video a big thumbs up. Give us a hand to give the video a thumbs up. Also hit subscribe and click the little bell next to subscribe. So whenever we go live like this, Grimm,
that's right,
or whenever Grimm and I upload a video, you guys out there will be notified. That way you don't miss any content.
Hey, Albert, thank you for the super chat, my friend.
Thank you.
Yes, Albert Metelsky, the proud father, speaking of proud fathers, of 2 little kitty cats, brother and sister, right?
Oh, thank you. You didn't, yeah, like I said, it's not required, but it is appreciated. And yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Richard Taylor has a little bit of a thrift find. He bought 3 masks at Goodwill for $4 each, and then he went to the Halloween store and saw the same mask for $60 each.
Whoa!
Hoofa! Good score there, man. That's
so he got some good deals there at the
Dang
Goodwill.
Yeah, beat us to it.
That's great.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Halloween out there in the thrift stores. That's a whole other topic, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, well, maybe on our podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm like all over the place.
Save that for the podcast.
Yeah. And so Gary Smith said they had paranormal investigators in the Lorraine Palace Theater.
They had captured audio of voices.
That was just someone trapped in the toilet, in the stall.
Oh, jeez. Now that would be interesting to take a ghost tour in there. I would love to go see what the inside of that theater looks like. The Variety Theater.
Horror host on ghosts. Host to ghost.
Maybe.
We can interview him with the microphone.
We can interview ghosts.
How does it feel like to be dead?
What's it like?
EVP.
Are you lonely?
You want some company? You don't watch me when I poop, do you? Maybe they do.
I think the actual ghost investigators would probably not like
that. Was always, and everyone
they
thinks
they might get all mad that we're being goofy about it.
So everyone thinks that. I don't care if you're talking about religion or Santa Claus, when they say that he can see you or they can watch you or they know everything, even when I'm pooping and all this. I mean, it's weird.
It does make you wonder, like, can they see all that?
Yeah, your dead relatives are watching over you. But do they turn their head when I'm,
Yeah, I don't want them to see me in the bathroom.
taking care of business in any way, shape, or form? I mean, That's weird, man.
That is a little strange,
What's he
right?
doing? Oh, I gotta turn away now. I'll watch over you when you're done with that. Then I'll continue to watch over you. Your great grandfather, who I love you. Oh, hey, put that away. You're not. How long is it gonna take, kid? I'm gonna watch over you again. Okay, you're done. Finished.
Michael McBride, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Michael. That's very sweet.
So silly.
Let's see. I got about 7 different masks
Oh.
I had for 4 years, says Bobby Harvey Jr.
Hey, James, we'll take that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Send the 400 over. Just kidding. Yeah, glad you caught that, brother. And thank you.
All right, guys. Well, it's getting late, and it's been fun. It's been real, but I'm real tired.
Yeah, we did a whole hour though. Look at that. It's already 12:54.
The Mummy and the Monkey Power Hour over
We
here.
were chatting it up. I thought we were only about a half hour in.
Right.
Let's go another hour.
No, let's
Just
not.
kidding.
Let's not and say we did.
Yeah, James, I'm happy you got that cleared up, man. That's a good thing. And like we said, we appreciate you and everyone else that sent a super chat.
Give the video a like if you can't send a super
Yeah, that
chat. You
helps
can
too.
give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up and subscribing.
Like we say, it's not required, but we appreciate it because it goes towards the channel. That's all.
All right. Yeah, Gary, adios, muchachos, caballeros.
Good night,
Ah,
Gary.
Get out of here. All right.
All
Thanks
right,
for
guys.
watching.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Good night, good fright. Or is it good morning?
That's right. Have a blessed weekend.
Mwah!